The economy has tanked. It's at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not. It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Onokpasa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Onokpasa, moderate yourself, all right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. Young
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
What is the matter with you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What is the matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that
secondly,
welcome back. This is serious. You are still going to watch the rest of that video, the interview, or is it a dialogue or a fight now? Well, you see, the man got angry. He got infuriated. Obviously, we know that Rufai Oseni does not paint words. He drops it hard, and at times his guests, they are not happy and they are not comfortable because it's like he attacks their personality. But in this case, he is talking about the inability of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to raise the country to that point that he had bragged or that he said he was going to take it to. But most people are referring to the rise in the exchange rate and how the economy is right now. That is what people are talking about. And they expected Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the wonder boy, the city boy, to come up with ideas that will put Nigeria on the next level. They want drastic change. People are still smattering from the election. They believe that Peter Obi won the election. Some believe Atiku Abubakar won the election. So people are smattering from it. They said, okay, if you claim you won the election, let us see your performance. Now, in this interview, Rufai Oseni pointed at the glaring issues that we have in Nigeria right now. Did Bola Ahmed Tinubu cause it? Did he create it? That is a response of the man that, could not handle it. He said, did Bola Ahmed Tinubu create it? That is the same that the previous administration talked about. They said, we did not create it. It was the 16 years of PDP that created this and we are trying to mop it up. So do not expect a miracle. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is he mopping what the previous APC government had done, or is trying to balance this up, or what we are experiencing in Nigeria is a global issue? It is not only specific to Nigeria. It is not only centered in Nigeria. It's something that is global. The economy all over the world is not good at this time. Inflation and the cost of living and a lot of issues are presently, what people are dealing with all over the world. So it is not a Nigerian thing. That is what, we are meant to believe. Now, there are certain things that affect the common man. Basic amenities. If you cannot fuel your car, if the price for basic transport is expensive, it affects. And particularly a country where electricity is not available. I cannot say it's available, it is not. And you have to fuel your generator. It tells a lot. And we are talking of a country that has crude oil. All because refinery cannot be operated successfully in Nigeria due to serious, terrible, endemic, cancerous corruption, indiscipline, wickedness. How can you live with so much abundance and yet you are in lack? Let us listen to the argument and where it is going to lead us eventually. But before we proceed, like and share, subscribe to this channel. Let's get right into it.
Very well, thank you. How are you two?
You say?
How are you two? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. Okay. Patriotism means supporting your country at all times, but also supporting the government when they deserve it. Mr. Onokpasa, I put it to you that you came here to misrepresent the facts today as regards subsidy removal. President Tinubu announced subsidy gone on Inauguration Day. And that was effectively pulling out subsidy. So you say he didn't remove subsidy, quoting the PIA law that had been there for a while, is misrepresentation of the facts. That's number one. Number two, since President Tinubu got in... Let me finish, Mr. Onokpasa. Let me finish, please. Secondly, since we've got in...
Don't raise your voice at me, young man. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Onokpasa. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So, since President Tinubu got in...
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I will
the
walk out of
economy...
your studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr.
Talk to me
Onokpasa,
respectfully.
you may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Onokpasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. It's at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not. It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Onokpasa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Onokpasa, moderate yourself, all right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. Young man.
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
What is the matter with you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What is the matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly,
it's been because of your friends.
Because it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy. So, in all of this, it's been a slopey downward spiral. What would you have to say about all of this, Mr. Onokpasa?
Thank you very much for that question, Rufai Oseni. Please, Dr. Ruben Abati and my adorable in-law, Mrs. Mairesi, does anybody have a more reasonable question for me to answer? Because I am not dignifying that insulting question from Rufai with a response. I am not.
Mr. Onokpasa, I will see that you're bailing on my question, and it's all right. It's all right for you to bail out if you don't want to answer it. But
I'm
it's
not
all right.
evading your question. Listen,
please
Rufai,
answer it if you can.
Rufai, listen to me. This is not animal psychology. It is law. Okay? If you want to be a journalist, you can be a journalist. And you should learn the ropes for those ahead of you.
Mr. Onokpasa, answer my question.
You my mate. You can never.
Mr. Onokpasa, answer the question. Dignify yourself. Mr. Jegud says that dignify yourself and answer the question.
My God.
Dignify yourself
Please,
and answer the question.
Can we have peace?
Dignify yourself and answer the question.
Can we have peace in the studio?
My God.
Can we have peace?
What's wrong with this badly brought up little boy?
Mr. Onokpasa, Mr. Onokpasa,
disrespect me.
Mr. Onokpasa, please calm down.
Mr. Onokpasa, I didn't disrespect you for the last. I just asked the question.
Please, Mr. Onokpasa.
Dr. Abati, let him answer the question.
Okay, do we end this program now?
Better than
Both of you will not allow me to talk. Should we end the program? No, there's a breakdown of law and order.
Please, Dr. Abati, go
No,
ahead.
maybe we should just end it. No, we can end it.
No.
Go ahead, Dr.
Let's go
Abati.
ahead, please.
I'm appealing. Okay, we'll take a short break.
Well, to a certain extent, this is what journalism should be about. Fearless. You do not have to ask questions and play the script. No, you should break the box, tear it open, not even think outside of the box. Tear the box, throw it away. This is what it should be. Raw journalism. This is what we expect. We do not want the let us all face the same direction kind of journalism. But there are certain things that have been thrown in the direction of Rufai. And, well, that is personal to him. And people looked at it, and I will not lie to you. Although this does not connect with what he's talking about, he's asking about the president. What has he done? What is going on with the crisis and many other things? It is about government. I do not think there is any shot at anyone's personality or personal shots at anybody here. But obviously, he cannot answer the question. He can't answer the question, even though that question is deeper than that. There are certain things that needs to be talked about. There are certain things that needs to be looked into. There are certain things that needs to be dealt with. If a president comes in and there are, it's just common sense. If you come to a house that is so much depreciated, dilapidated. There are works to do much more than a house that is, that you just need to put one or two touches to. You will need some extra work, experience to repair, and many of this. And this is what we have been on for a long time, which is not supposed to be. Are we going to continually say that this president, that president, and the next one will keep complaining of the other one? No, this is not. And you know how these people fight to finish. It's a do or die affair for them to be president. Even when they are already dead, they want to be president. And when they get in there, we barely see performance. We barely see performance. I know there is so much pressure, and even if a country is moving smooth and things are working as it should, people will still complain. Not to talk of a country where things are not working. That is the city boy. Oh. I don't know, maybe it's the second term that is going to bring the electricity that he wanted to bring into Lagos. Or maybe this time around it's not going to make sense to him. I thought one of the first things that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was going to work upon is electricity. That was my thought. Like when he started talking about city boy and electricity, I thought by now Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have looked all over Nigeria. He would have called experts to move around Nigeria to look at possibilities of having constant electricity. Because with that, we'll be talking about progress. The future will be bright, not bleak. But now we are talking about him cutting off fuel price, cutting, removing fuel subsidy, which I understand why he had to do that. But that will not solve the problem. Maybe he feels that it's bigger than him, or his friends are those that are involved in this criminal act. Because the reason for the subsidy removal and all of that back and forth is because there are certain people, definitely petroleum marketers, who will sell the same product at that discounted price outside of Nigeria and make money. You understand? So the government needs to sit down and rethink ways to solve this problem. But they are not ready, or they do not have the will to. What are your thoughts? Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.